There are some of you who felt a bit strange most of your life. The pace of the world felt too fast for you, and the noises of the world felt too loud for you. Not everyone will get this message today, but if you do, well, most probably you're an old soul, an ancient soul walking on this planet, holding treasure, an incredible treasure inside of you. My question today only is, how well are you embracing it? How well are you owning it? Because one of the reasons you're here right now is so you would open up that mysterious box of yours and share the treasures of yours with the world. Yes, with the world. Are you ready, my friend? Well, many times you may feel out of the place, and that is your gift. When you feel out of the place, that's when your soul tells you that you're somewhere where you can't shine your light. This is how you know when you fell out of the place. You see, this world, the system is quite chaotic and lost, and it requires some refreshment. And many times we feel out of place because we are not where we belong. We are not here to fit into something that's already constructed and designed and stuck. No, you are here to, yes, pave your way, but also show that it is possible. That's why many of you feel like you don't belong, you don't fit in. Because you were never made to fit in. You were made to stand out, to be an example, to lead a way. And you may be like, it's scary, I'm not ready for this, I'm not prepared for this. Life doesn't wait you to be prepared or ready. It just gives you a possibility. And possibility is already inside of you. Well, you know all these things, but see how many of you will resonate with this. No matter where you go or who you're with, there's always this quiet feeling that you don't quite belong. That's because you're not meant to fit in. You're here to see beyond what others accept as normal. Your perspective is rare. Own it. How many of you resonate with this? You're here to see beyond what's normal, and that's how you create new normal, right? The mystical, or, whatever speaks to you. Like, I've created a life for myself that is not normal for most people, and nowadays when I talk to people, they're like, how is it possible? But I say easy. Easy, it just took me some time. But it's quite easy. It's not easy when you're at the beginning because you don't know where it will take you, but when you start really trusting that pulse of yours, you will do what is necessary. You will do what is necessary because, you have the guidance, right? And all you need to do is to trust and take action with it. And that action will feel like a purpose. So you're not looking for purpose. You walk in purpose, you research, you take action, and that's where purpose is born. The more you let go then, the lighter you become. So this whole path is about letting go of all these ideas the world has projected onto us, so we embrace more of these internal ideas. Let's see how many of you will resonate with this. You've probably noticed that holding on only creates pain. Whether it's people's expectations or the past, clinging makes you heavy. The moment you release control, things start flowing effortlessly. What's meant for you will always stay. Yeah? How many of you feel that? When you let go, you become lighter. Right? So what to let go of? Everything that holds you down, everything that holds you back, everything that makes you feel small. You're infinite. You're a spark of God. So how much more greater you can be, right? But are you living like that? Like the spark that flies and enlightens the environment? Are you doing that? Because the purpose of the spark, well, is to enlighten the candles, to turn on the candles. That's why they say one candle can turn on millions. One spark can inspire millions, billions of people. And more you are choosing to follow this spark, more you're choosing to turning the sparks of others on, more your life will feel meaningful, right? Because before you came here, you decided to come here. You decided to come here because you wanted to, well, enlighten others in one way or another. In one specific way, of course. And that's why you have a very strange feeling being attracted towards certain very specific things. Do you feel that? Do you feel that you're not really attracted to everything? Like many times younger souls want to try everything. They want to explore everything. You are attracted to very specific things. And even when you reflect on your path, you notice that you know so much. Even though you didn't need to learn much, or you can learn things very fast because it feels like you're not really learning, you're just remembering things you already knew. So when you're reflecting on how your life was going, you may notice that everything was preparing you for a certain type of a mission. That's why you always end up at very interesting places, or strange things are happening to you. Like to me, strange things are constantly happening. A few days ago, I was in sauna, and well, what I've experienced there is usually not happening in saunas. Like two older guys came in and they started talking about very deep spiritual stuff, and things like that are not happening usually. So they've started talking about very deep spiritual stuff, like about chakras and colors of the aura, and then they've been talking about how they've been, so many times in India, and then they've started singing some Indian mantras, and well, it was quite fun. But things like that are not happening usually. I had so many of these kind of experiences, and it's always related to some kind of mystical stuff. And well, when these things are happening, you need to ask yourself what it has to do with you. And how do you feel when things like that happen? Because well, when people go into certain type of circles or fields where they truly feel attracted to and they feel alive there, well, it's because you thrive in this kind of energy, right? If you embrace it, if you own it, you can build your life around it and become a spark for someone else. Haven't you come here for this? Haven't you? I'm asking you right now, right? Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Not everyone will understand you, and that's okay. Well, your mind is wired differently. While most people seek distractions, you crave depth. Is that you? You're not here for superficial stuff. You crave some deep information. You crave deep conversations. While they chase the temporary, you long for the eternal. Is that you? You long for eternal. So what is eternal? Well, eternal is wisdom. Eternal is experience. Eternal is something that puts your soul on fire. It's eternal because it's not like buying a good food. You eat it and then it disappears. It's like something that changes you. That's eternal. Because it upgrades your soul. And you look for these things, sure, worldly pleasures, beautiful stuff, beautiful experiences. But there's something deeper in it, right? Sometimes it's a sense of traveling the world and meeting strangers and having some profound transformations. Sometimes it's healing. Sometimes it's, having this, very healing conversations that transform us. Sometimes it's doing art. Sometimes it's dancing. While people would say, isn't it boring? And you're like, well, your boring is my fun. So you're not weird. You're maybe just a bit more awake. And therefore, you can't function same way as most other people. You need to find your way. And many of you are, doing a great job at it. But sometimes it still feels like you're alone. Sometimes it still feels like no one gets you. It's because you are in a wrong circle. There's this very beautiful story of self-worth when a father gives a very rare rock to his daughter. And then he says to her to go onto a marketplace and try to sell that piece of a rock. And she goes into a marketplace and she tries to sell it, and everyone was just laughing at her. So she comes back home, says to a father like, well, this piece of a rock, it's a joke. Everybody was laughing at me. And he said, okay, now go into a museum and show that piece of a rock and ask them how much they offer to you for it. So she goes into a museum and they say, oh, well, it's like worth of $100, maybe $200. And the little kid was excited, went to her father, and she was like, whoa, it's, they offered me $200. And then he said, go to this, I know this guy that's very skillful about, these very specific rocks and crystals and all of that, and go to him and ask him how much he would offer you for this piece of a rock. And she goes to him and he was like, whoa, this is the rarest piece I ever found. I give you $100,000. And she was like, what is going on? She runs back to his father and to her father, and her father says, yeah, well, you see, it's not how worthy or how valuable something is. It must find itself at the right place so its value can be noticed. You must find yourself at the right place where your value can be noticed, right? If you will be surrounded with someone who's partying and drinking while you're all about wisdom and transformation, well, no one will get you, right? But if you find yourself somewhere where people are struggling but looking for better ways to live their lives, well, they will pay you for what you know. So you must find a way to get yourself where you are needed, where your gifts are needed, where your energy and your presence is needed. And what you will notice in your life is that your deepest pain will become your greatest power. Yes, your deepest pain will become your greatest power. Maybe you've been through something very traumatic in your childhood. Maybe you've been through something very scary in your younger days. Or maybe something very tough happened in your family. Your deepest pain will become your greatest power, because you know how to heal, or you will find out how to heal. And once you find out how liberating it is, once you heal from something painful, the mysterious thing about it is that you start noticing how many people in the world suffer because of something similar you've been through. Like, I'm constantly meeting people who have a very similar history than me, according to, how what kind of relationship I had with my family, and how I needed to become very independent, very fast, so I was able to follow my dream. Now I'm meeting so many people with a very similar history, and I can share with them what I've learned on my path. So my deepest pain became my greatest power. The reason that I'm doing this work is because I've been through pain, through incredible pain, where I had no idea why I need to go through all of this. Like, sometimes it feels like a curse until we recognize its blessings. And sometimes we think there's no way out just because this is the way. We don't seek the way out. This is the part of our way. And only when we learn and heal from it, we recognize why our path went through hell or through this kind of struggles. And what saves you is love. Yes, even if it sounds a bit cheesy, it is love. Because you recognize at some point you've woke up from this worldly BS and you've recognized, I don't want to do this corporate job, or I don't want to do this just because they told me that. I want to do what I love. I want to do what sparks life inside of me. Love and life is almost a similar word. Yes, and world. When you do what makes you feel alive, you fall in love with life. Simple formula, right? So what many old souls struggle is that they find themselves in this very dense world and they try to escape from it. What you really need is to trust more to your senses, to own your senses, because they will take you to where you belong. They will take you to right people, to right knowledge, and to right ways so you can shine. Because you see, there's many ways you can make money nowadays. But now not all the ways would be, joyful to you. You can invest 5 years of your time into studying anything almost, and you can start making money with it. But you don't want to invest so much time into something that will make your life even more boring. That's why love is such a powerful force, because when we ask ourselves what we truly love and we go all in, we notice that we can serve so many people with what we love, right? And then we become good at it because, it's easy to become good at something we love to do because every single day we just want to do it. Obviously we start shining with it and standing out eventually. So everything else, the fears, the doubts, the worries, is just noise. At the end of the day, what truly matters is how deeply you loved, how freely you forgave, and how much light you left behind. Right? It's all that matters. How much you loved, how much you forgave, and how much light you left behind. What you've done will stay forever. What you've done will stay forever. So pay attention to how you're investing your energy. Because people say, I don't have time. And that's true, you don't have time. You don't have time. Time is a universe's mechanism that keeps things together. So this moment can turn into the next one, and you can't hold on to it. It's a natural mechanism. But what you have is energy. And what matters is only how you invest your energy. So you will never have time, no, but you have energy. And how you invest energy, well, how you invest your energy, that's what comes out of your life. Not everyone will get it, but you will, because you've been looking for it. It's only a matter of you owning you and not being too distracted by what is not you and what doesn't serve your path in any way. That's it. Yes. I will leave you here. I hope you found great value today. My friends, the family of old souls, ancient spirits here, while walking on this planet, sparking the hearts of others to wake up. Yes, wake up. And you wake up. And you wake up. Something like that. But yes, in your own way. My friends, I will leave you here. Once again, thank you so much for choosing to support my art, my paintings on my store, AttractPassion.com, where you will find all of my art. You can see them behind me. So check it out, which one resonates with you the most. They have a very special energy. So yeah, check it out. And also thanks to everyone for joining our Patreon community. We've just posted our first podcast there with Maya. So go and check it out. And to anyone who would like to do a guidance with me one-on-one, you can find the link in the description of this video and book a calling. Check it out, and till next time, one love.